You mentioned that you've had 6 C-sections in the past and you're thinking about having another baby and you're wondering if it's safe after your doctors told you that your uterus is very thin. There is a huge risk with every baby that you have after you've had a C-section. And this is mostly because once the first C-section scar was made, it's a weak point forevermore. And once you go into labor once you get pregnant and go into labor with your next baby, there's the potential for that old scar to rip open, which is called a uterine rupture. It's very similar to if I made an incision down my bicep and started lifting heavy weights. There's the possibility of it ripping open. And a uterine rupture is potentially life-threatening for moms and babies, but it only happens 1% of the time under most circumstances. But the fact that your doctor has seen your uterus before, doing the surgeries that you've had in the past and has noticed that it's trending towards becoming more thin does greatly increase your risk. The uterus should look like a piece of steak, and it should be pretty thick. But sometimes when it starts to thin out, it looks like a pounded out piece of chicken, and you can imagine that that's much more likely to tear than a thick piece of steak. So this is a conversation that you should sit down and have with your OB, particularly, if possible, the one that you've had take care of you in the past, because they know exactly what your uterus looked like and can probably give you the best counsel and advice. Ultimately, it's your decision to make. No one else can tell you if you should have more kids or not, but you should make an educated decision based on your history and the things that have happened in the past. If you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page and recommend us to your friends and family too.